Good evening all, Jonas Walsh streaming on Twitch from the northeast of England. We are playing Skyrim Special Edition. I'm continuing on with my Imperial Warrior playthrough, and I realised during last night, until it was too late I didn't mention it, but I realised there was one other mod I was going to install along with the other combat mods that I've been trying out as potential replacements for what I'd originally tried on the first attempted playthrough, and that was TK Dodge. And considering the enemies are dodging my power attacks, it seems only fair that I should have the option to do the same as well. So I've got it configured so that I'm not doing the roll, because it would seem a bit silly for a huge character that's using two-handed, so I'm just doing the sidestep animation, which is a bit similar to what the enemy NPCs are doing. So in combat now, if I double tap in any of the four main directions, I will do a sidestep dodge. Doing so costs stamina, so I have to make sure that there's enough stamina in while I'm fighting in order to do that. So if I want to get away from some of these power attacks that's one-shotting me, I've got a chance to do that, but I need to make sure that the stamina are available. So just got something. It's just another option I've got in battle anyway. So as I was saying, it seemed to go smoother last night than my first playthrough I started last Sunday. There was a few BS moments that still annoyed me, but I'm trying to be patient enough that it might be that I'm just simply low level, because I'm still only level 9 as of restarting it last night, this playthrough. It was certainly the case for that most enemies I was dealing with, I was actually doing really good damage. I was actually one-shotting enemies myself, getting good hits in at areas where they were making themselves open. But there was a few occasions where I was just getting one-shot even at blocking, so it's like, well, what sort of ridiculous damage are they set to? But again, I don't know if it's the case of just dealing with an enemy that's so over-leveled that I shouldn't have been dealing with it at all, but I'm hoping it's going to progress well anyway, so.
Do you have business with the court? The Jarl is not to be disturbed with common affairs of court. You direct those concerns to me. Excellent. I think you'll be glad that you made this decision. It's all in this note.
Okay, so I picked up I've also picked up a few jobs from the jobs board. They're not exactly all standard bounties where I've just got to take out a particular bandit or something. There's this one here was an investigation for missing people. See if we can find them. I've got a rescue a civilian and whatnot, so just some stuff to do. Again, just try and get early skills up and whatnot, and excuse to get out to the world and earn a little bit of early cash as well. Before I get to a point where I feel, right, okay, I'll do the main storyline, so I'll go to Helgen and I'll do the introductory missions there, get to the Greybeards, meet up with Delphine, and then kind of bookmark it there, and then just start doing other side quests and whatnot for all the various places. So Yeah, I'll see how much I can get done tonight without too much restarting. That seems to be the thing that's taking my time more than anything. Is just getting individual sort of like random caves done. Because just an enemy will put me down and it'll take a few restarts. But hopefully we'll I'll do a little bit better. So right. So I've got Wolf Skull Cave. Wolf Valley. Orlund. That temple's still way over there. Right, some of these are not that far away from each other. But I think I might do that one later. So I'll knock that one off the list. I think I'll go out past Dragon Bridge and go to the Wolf Valley Cave and clear out beasts there for bounty. Do the investigation of the citizens at the pond, and then I can go to Wolf Skull Cave and give that a go and see how I do. And then do these I think most of these handeds are still going to be back at Solitude since I've picked them up there, but they might want me to go to some of the other halls. We'll see anyway. In either case, I think after I do these hand-ins, if I get some obviously money that's picked up from defeating enemies and just like, you know, finding in various trinkets and jars and chests and whatnot as well, I think by the time I go back to Solitude, do hand in, and then come back out, that's when I'll actually buy a horse as well. Just obviously for quicker movement around. Again, I'm going to avoid the temptation of fast travel as much as I can, just so that I can experience random encounters and also explore things that I haven't found yet, like caves and buildings and whatnot. And if I'm struggling as well with fights, I might also be tempted, as boring as it is might be to watch. I might have to start making use of the training dummies just to up the skills a bit more as a cheesing way of getting levels up, but just for the sake of just getting skills, if that's the case. But I'm hoping with the TK dodge now, I'll probably use that for the bulk of when, certainly if I'm dealing with anyone that's two-handed as well that's doing a power attack, there are going to be times where I'll be using the dodge mechanic just to avoid getting one-shotted there. It's not to say that I'm not getting one-shot by other characters. I mean, there was that Shadow Assassin that was like two-shotting us, and all he had was a dagger, but for whatever reason it was just doing stupid damage. But it seems to be the fellow two-handed guys that was giving me the most trouble.
Let's see here. A letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
That's weird, because I'm not actually level 10 yet. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. I can build a house at some point out of Falkreath. Okay, so I want to be coming down the road, but effectively cross the river, because there's no... Or is there a direct road here? Remember a path going... I think it becomes a dead end, but I think there's a path that comes along here. Oh, maybe not. Well, I think I'll go this route anyway, and it says crossing the river. Yeah, and there might actually be another cave to explore just for the hell of it as well, actually. I'll get around anyway. There we go. Chilling depths. I actually blocked his attack by trying to attack myself. Surrounded. Always going to be a problem if I'm surrounded. So where the hell did they spawn from? Yeah, because I had one that spawned behind me, that's why I was surrounded. But I was still near enough the door, so... Okay. Okay, there's a start of crashing the desktop. Okay, be right. I'm just gonna relaunch straight away. I was doing quite well there. So that's where that one came from, but still got surrounded. I don't know, head them off the pass. I got one shot by a spider. Let me quick save here just so that I'm not having to repeat that section again if necessary. It was wild slashing, but was needed in the end. I might have to top magic up actually at the next level up just. Follow me. Yeah, I got you. Right, I'll get health because then it's kind of giving me priority to stamina. So next one I'll do Magicka and go from there. Right. Is anyone? Yeah, heavy armor. Max out that first perk and then that's done. Just a little bit more damage protection. Yeah, sit down. Just going to backtrack actually because there was a few sort of like caverns and pathways. Clearly that's not going anywhere. One poison arrow, and that was enough apparently. I figured that they might have gone into their own trap, but it wasn't the big swinging claw. Yeah, come on through. I did something really good there, which was put them through the trap, and the game's crashed. Okay. I'm going to put myself on bear back again just to try and find out what the hell's going wrong. I've heard wire bash is a thing that I need to consider as well for putting everything together in one file to avoid crashes. So give me 5 minutes. I'm going to see if there's something else I need to do to just stop regular crashes to desktop. So yeah, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Right. Upon further reading, why Babash is not going to necessarily stop crashes to desktop. It can, but it's mostly on the premise that you're using over 200 mods and I'm not. So I've just done another loot run just on the off chance that that's enough to kind of get it working again. Power through. Come on through, mate. He's obviously wanting to maintain his distance. Oops, wrong button. Oh, I hate those little fuckers. Even at high level, their poison spits massive. Oh, stuck in geometry. Oh. It's annoying. Killed by geometry. Dead. If I've got no potions just for that initial burst, then I'm dead. Yeah. I think I'll head back out of the cave because, admittedly, those Chaurus are deadly even at, mid-level. It's alright if it was just spiders and fauna, but if it's Chaurus, then, yeah. I'm also just going to change, because I thought the double tap was going to be easier for the dodge, but I'm actually dodging when I'm not wanting to. So so it's dodging before it's running. Right, is that because I need to? Yeah, okay. Nope, that's not the exit. So, yeah, now I use left alt, which is effectively the sprint button. If I hold that down and then a direction, then I get the dodge. If I press it quickly, I'll get the forward dodge at least. Is it the case that if I... Right, yeah, okay. I can be already moving in the direction that I want to be doing, and then if I press the dodge key, then it'll do it. So I don't have to hold left alt to then do a dodge, and it'll just do a dodge anyway. So, yeah, I think I can work with that. Okay, so that wasn't too successful going to that cave, but yeah, Chorus will wreck you very, very easily. Even at sort of like mid-tier level, as I say, it can do a number on you. So he soon ran away once he got some damage on him. This is probably where I should be having wearable lanterns as a thing. That's a werewolf, not a normal wolf. But he did get put down fairly quickly. Ah, I got one shot by that one. Okay, yeah, I think again, probably too much for this level if it's werewolves, so I'll have to come back another time. Rescue a citizen at Renegade's Ridge. Don't tell me that's one in a DLC area, is it? I get the feeling Renegade's Ridge is Solstheim, which would mean I've got to wait until... it is, isn't it? You'd think the mods would actually have the notion not to add in their raiding quests to Solstheim until that map's actually activated by virtue of going there. Oh well, right. So that trek out's actually been a bit of a waste. Right, so I'm going to head up, do the investigation at the lake for the citizens. Hopefully I'll have better luck there, and then the cave for the Red Queen questline. Oh, one of them's dead. Oh well, since we're heading in that direction anyway. Yeah. Don't normally take that one. Okay, let's see if we can actually get down here. Not from a straight drop. Yep, got away with that. Yeah, I'll take the backpack. always welcome a little extra chance of carrying a little bit more. It's going to have me all the way back, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to deal with yeah, I'm going to deal with Wolfskulf Cave first, because I can come back out and then swing round and do that second part rather than traipse all the way I've just done there. I didn't do so well in here the first attempt on the playthrough. Hopefully a much better time of it here. I can't deal with mages, just cannot. They're able to maintain the distance, so I can't go in and just swipe at them. And I'm just, there's not enough speed on the bow and arrow to take them down before they've got me. And as I say, this is not meant to be a mage warrior playthrough, so just Thing is, I'm under the impression that with Vigor, if something's unarmored, then you do more damage. And mages only ever wear robes. Stun, stagger, can't move. Yeah, sit down.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema.
Again, I was in front of him and it wasn't registering that I'm hit was hitting him.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death. No longer
Oh, again!
hear us,
Again!
Queen. We summon you.
There's a real problem here that I'm in front of the enemy, but it's not registering that I'm hitting them.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death. No longer hear us. Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema. Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema. Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon.
Okay.
We summon Potema.
So clearly, I'm not ready for this either. Right, I guess, again, I'm forced to aim to do just the main storyline. Because... yeah. I mean, all these years I've been using alternative stars. But it seems that using alternative start with these combat mods might not be the best idea if I'm intentionally going to a high level area. But see, I'm kind of trying to build a character up, you know, pseudo role playing. Just reading up on yeah. Yeah, I guess really with the combat mod, I'm just going to have to accept I'll have to go through the normal route of doing stuff because I thought it would be interesting to kind of start in a different area of the world and do stuff, but clearly the level spike is untenable with this combat difficulty in place, because yeah. So I think I'll have to just do the main storyline quest, get Lydia's backup, and just have her as backup for just going through sort of like the still early level stuff as we're just doing various like jobs and bounties and whatnot, I suppose, and then maybe consider doing the companions once I get to maybe 2025.
Legion's always looking for strong, capable warriors. I think you've got what it takes. Headquarters is in Salisbury.
Yeah, so if I take that classic route through Rorkstead, turn up there, but take the Falkreath bypass and go to Helgen, right? Not even going to bother reading the note because I know, obviously, it's from the Dark Brotherhood. Right, I don't think these will have respawned yet. No, so I can just safely wander through here. I'm not going to bother going up there because the last time I went up there and inside it was a waste skeever and I got put down. So I'm just going to assume that it's going to spawn one there as well. I'm not with these mercs. Alright, so not the next turning. Not this turning, but it's the next turning, yeah.
Come along, no more stops. We need to find our way to Solitude.
Why are we even going to a wedding at this far-flung end of the Empire, anyway?
I told you, it's a wedding.
I'm getting out of here.
Hopefully these gifts will put us in her good graces. Secure that book deal. And lead the way to an audience with the Emperor.
Get away from me, you Skyrim trash.
Oh, I thought for a moment there, that was...
From me, you Skyrim trash.
calm down, woman. I thought for a moment there, though, that was an Imperial Warrior that was wearing the heroic Imperial armor. I'd have been really surprised, of course, because that's mid-tier. And you don't normally get them on the patrols. But, yeah, that would have been quite special. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do anything to upgrade it until, like, way down the smithing tree, but... yeah, that's it's not bad. I mean, it's not the Imperial Knight level, but it's pretty decent.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
I wasn't looking to chat. I was just walking past. that NPC was dealing with those wolves over there, they've gone a long way.
Must have scared him off. The master has gone, but Dervenin will find him. Dervenin should not have gone. The master has gone, but Dervenin will find him. Dervenin should not have gone. Don't go to... Vacation is where the head is. That is what Dervenin told us about. Master. He's cozy in his solitude.
Yeah, she's exactly as she's titled, Madwoman. She was also stupidly quick, chasing after those wolves. Got some torches now as well for when I'm... Obviously, the scene of a battle. Spider's been wiped out already.
Must have scared him off.
I turned warm zones off to avoid any of this. Ah, it's crashed again. This is really turning out to be a bit of a failed project. Because if I'm not constantly restarting, because I'm just getting put down far too easily, then it's crashing because it's having to constantly reload, or it's just crashing because of whatever else. It's just not going as smoothly as what I was. If I can't run away from this, I'm going to end up using... Yeah, I'm just going to use the console and cheese this, because I just... It's putting me in an unwinnable situation. I've got no choice. And the thing is, I've come over here because... apparently, there's no reason for me to be in the Wolf Skull Cave at the level I'm at. So I've come over here just to do the main storyline, and I'm... again, not what I really wanted to do, but if I'm going to be put in an unwinnable situation such as that, then yeah, I've got no choice. So, yeah, I can't say that I'm actually enjoying this so far. I don't really feel like grinding it out. If it's a case of, if someone suggests to me and looks at this and says, well, it's because you're low level, you've got to put up with the fact that you're going to get put down until you get yourself to a level where you will be able to take on all of this stuff. But my response is going to be, but I can't be, it's not fun grinding it out this early on in order to get to a position where it's going to be then bearable, because you're not going to get very far unless you're constantly restarting and just, again, it's the analogy I keep running. It's expected me to keep running into a brick wall until eventually I cause a dent in it. And that's just not fun. It isn't. So, I don't know. Is it a case of, look, you can't get away with being a warrior without using some form of magic to close the gap against ranged characters? Because if that's the case, then I'll stop this now, and I'll do the Torvamunda playthrough, which is full battle mage, where he's using the Thor mod and will actually use magic powers, if that's the case. Otherwise, do I do the mage play, like the pure mage playthrough, or the sneaky one? Because the thing of it is, yeah, vanilla combat Skyrim now, it's so vanilla because I've done it for so many years. It just would be a cakewalk, and even sticking it on master level, you just burn through everything. Especially once you start, you know, getting like serious perks and levels and whatnot. Even on master level, you can still wipe things out fairly quickly. So, you know, I've made the point to get these combat mods just to make the AI not so dumb that they just run into us and I just swipe them down. But as it is here, it's just so far just. Well, at least he's actually going through the animation properly this time.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today. Listen, you should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you. If the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can stop them. See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow. When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares. Draugr creeping down the mountain to climb through my window at night. That kind of thing. I admit, I still don't much like the look of it. These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself. Come on. I feel better once we're under cover in Riverwood. So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed. We'd better keep moving. I feel like that dragon might be up there watching us right now.
Okay, let's go. I'm not choosing one of the stones, I've already got one. Fine.
Good. I knew you shouldn't have been on that cart the minute I laid eyes on you. Decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood. Things look quiet enough here. Come on, there's my uncle.
Is he getting blocked by a chicken? He's getting blocked by a chicken.
Uncle Alvar, hello.
Feindal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
What happened to you, boy? Are you in some
Uncle,
kind of
please,
trouble?
keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
He's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell me all about it.
At least the mod for same speed for walking for me and NPCs is functioning again.
Sigrid, we have company.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
I'll have that.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt. Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace. Jarl Balgruuf, he rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though. I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor. Of course, Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair-weather friends. People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim. It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his Sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down, dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
Hadvar, did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Hush,
Well,
child.
I'd
Don't
better
pester
get
your
back to work.
Oh, don't need to hang around too much, but I will appreciate the use of this Ring of Minor Knight, just to give Hemi armor skill a bit of a boost.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that. I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, By the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Right over the barrel.
Dragons now, is it?
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else. I wonder why they only stole Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
I'll try and burn through this, because obviously this is all early level tutorial stuff, effectively, but as I say, I feel compelled to have to do it, because
The path up the mountain to the northwest leads
don't seem to be able to get away with doing anything else
I guess I should
elsewhere in
brother.
this in the game world.
Or fit if I take too long. Such a child.
internet's crashed as well. I have to deal with the archer because they're the ones. Ranged characters do me in first. That's the thing. You lot sit down. Oh, bloody hell. Right, I'm going to start using steel arrows because I've got plenty of them now.
Now ain't this a surprise?
It's more like it. Right, see, normally you don't have enemies here, so I don't know where these have come from. Are you kidding me?
Guess it's all clear now.
This is tutorial level. And this is happening. Go on, go ahead. There he goes. So this is what he's supposed to be doing. Last time I came around the corner, I was in sneak mode, and he just immediately came for us. Yeah, actually, that's the point. Me favourite torches, or just in case I need a torch out. Well, kind of like that one. Killed him and swiped him while he was in midair, leaping at us. That one not so much, because I pressed the attack button and it didn't actually do anything. Hell, and that one nearly killed me. A tutorial level skeever nearly killed me. Nice. Time block into a critical kill move.
You, over here. You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Sweet breath of Arcade, thank you. It's coming loose. I can feel it. You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep up with you just so I can see you up close, get mauled by Draugr, and then laugh at you. Or that you step into the trap like a dumbass. Yeah, lol. Killed by Draugr. Yeah. Okay. I'm killed by Draugr. Entry level Draugr.
Don't leave me for Arcade's sake. You did it. You killed it. Now, yes, the claw. Help me down and I'll show you. Sweet brother. You, over here.
I can't even bother to see you run, mate. That's how narked I am. Yeah, let's do more damage. Entry-level Draugr in the tutorial dungeon. Oh, just stagger, stagger, stagger! I don't believe it. I just... I've come to do this because it wasn't... It was putting me in no-win situations on areas that... Yeah, I don't know. Just... If I can't get through the tutorial dungeon with this stuff, then as far as I'm concerned, it's a failure, and I'm just gonna end. I'm just not even gonna bother. It's a failed experiment, these combat mods. I don't understand what... Well, okay, yeah, I do know that people just seem to like the Masochist playthrough of, like, your Souls games and this, that, and the other, but I'm just not into that shit. You know? It seems to be fine if that's all you've got going for you on a daily basis, because you don't really have anything else going on, and you need to do, you know, have some form of achievement, but... You know, for those of us that, like, work for a living and just want to chill. Yeah, I'm done. It's, I can't work with this. It's not working at all. So, I'm going to end it here. I'm just going to scrub the Skyrim stuff on YouTube. This clearly isn't going to work. I've had to deal with crashes to desktop still. None of these combat mods are any good. So, yeah, I'm just going to end it, and I'm going to come up with something else to stream, because this just isn't fun. And if I'm not having any fun, then I'm just not going to continue streaming. I don't see any point on just sticking at it and grinding it out like other people can. If I'm not having fun, then it's not. I don't see the point. So appreciate you watching anyway, but yeah, I'll come up with something else to do tomorrow instead. So thanks anyway.